I think one of the biggest obstacles I faced was being told I couldn't do it. Coming from a low-income background and everything like that, I was expected to be a statistic because of the fact that people thought that I had learning disabilities, which I probably and have do. See? Yeah, those were limitations that I had to face. And so I have processing difficulties, and I learned that in college. But I remember back when I was in middle school that my science teacher had called my mom into a meeting and said that I think your daughter has learning disabilities. And it was because I just didn't pay attention, or I would drift off and think about things. But that was a big obstacle, and I wanted so badly to prove people wrong that my teachers in math in high school said she'd be surprised if I made it into a Cal State. So dealing with stuff like that, I was so hungry and so driven to prove those people wrong that everything was a blur in high school. And at the same time, there was a lot of drugs and gang violence in my area. That was another thing. I was like, I need to get out of Rialto. So that's why I moved up here, because I didn't have that knowledge or that social capital to tell me that these are the things that are available to you and this is what you can apply to. With all that said, I'm like grateful that I was both curious and stubborn. So it started out with me being a gaming nerd, really loved games, but I was always curious as to how those things were developed. When I finished from Cal, I decided to go into animation and visual effects, and I started learning that a lot of these things were very technical. Art is technical. It's not that there isn't money in art. There's things like Maya and Photoshop and everything like that. And then my mind started expanding to like, wait, these are actual companies. When I finished, I was like, I need to be both creative and I need to be immersed in tech because that's what is important and that is going to go hand in hand in this type of field. And so I ended up going into Hack the Hood. If you see somebody who's young and, like I said, is curious about the type of work that you're doing, to just even pull them to the side, I think that it starts with them young. I stumbled across Hack the Hood from a car wash, and I'm 26. Like I didn't, like that, it's just by chance. It shouldn't be by chance anymore. It needs to be that this is an option, because they're doing away with a lot of these creative and technical things in the school systems. And these are like the most important things that people need to know because that's where the future is going, is technology. I think it's very important that we start with our youth, create programs and groups of people to be in outreach. I know we have outreach, but it's not, well, in my opinion, it's not where it should be, because it's only there if people know about it. The people who have access to it are the people that know about it. A lot of people don't know, and so that's what I see happening.